people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming to watch me. So today's video, I'm going to share step by step on how we started this house and the cost, especially for Mabatis. I'm going to answer all your questions, the questions that you've been asking me, and I've been telling you I'm going to do a video, and this is the video. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and watch till the end. The first question, how we started the design. We are the ones who came up with this design. Yeah, so we sat down and just decided to come with a simple 2 bedroom Mabati house, and it had to be raised with some stones. As you can see, we started with, first of all, digging the foundation, making sure that we remove all the soil, and then we put heavy stones or big stones so that we can come up with a strong foundation. Yes, that's how we started it. This is a 2 bedroom Mabati house. We don't have kitchen in it so fast, but I had to improvise a kitchen in it. When you live maybe in a bed sitter or a single room, you understand, you know how to ladies do, you have to put your kitchen somewhere. So I had to improvise mine. Another thing, we use bathrooms outside. This time, this, like I have said before, this is just a temporal house, and the bathroom are just outside, so we don't need to put them inside. But we can restructure this house and still include the bathroom and the kitchen in it. It's just adding somewhere. Yeah, so I've said about the foundation. Yes, we had to dig a foundation, you remove the soil, and then put those big stones. Another question is, how many mabatis we used. We used approximately 60 mabatis, each 3 meters long. And we chose longer mabati because they reduce the number of joints, and we used fewer nails and overlaps, you know, and there is risk there is less risk of leaking. Yeah, so if you have so many mabatis, that means the leaking of mabati when it rains, it's going to be less. Mhm. The cost of mabatis, we bought each mabati 3 meters, like I said, 3 meters long sheets, which costed each 1200 1200, yeah, Kenya shillings. That's the price. We bought approximately 60 mabatis. So it's 60, you multiply by 1200, which is 72,000. Yeah, that's the breakdown. So prices may vary. It does not matter. Maybe where you come from, it's expensive or cheaper. It all depends with the places that you are. So make sure you do your due diligence before just buying mabatis, and let your fundi help you maybe come up with something. Make sure you still have the quotations and everything, and include the fundi. You see, when you have your design in your mind, now you can call your fundi to come and do the work. Yes, you have a design in your mind. Now you can just call the fundi to come and do the work. Other materials needed when building a mabati house is, there is timber for trusses and battens. There is also nails. We have the common nails and maybe roofing nails. Zile zenye ziko na tukofia hapo juu. I don't know how they are called. There is also ridge caps. Maybe you need, when it rains, the, how do you call them? To collect waters. That collect waters. How do you call them? I'm going to look for a name. And then you have to consider the labor. Yes, those are the things that are needed, because you need a fundi akuja kutengeneze. So you have to consider all that. Things you should consider before buying mabati. First, gauge matters. You use 28 gauge. That is good for residentials. And then there is also color versus plain. As you consider color, Excuse me, I have a cold. As you consider colors, you see the colored mabatis are more expensive than the plain ones, but you have to consider cheap is expensive, right? So you have to, you know, colored at the best. I will suggest colored because they are strong and they don't just rust. Cheap mabatis, they warp and get rust. We also consider buying from a reputable suppliers. Yeah, make sure you do your due diligence, like I said before. You don't just come up with you don't just buy mabatis from anywhere. Excuse me, this is not right. I'm sorry for that. I'm having a cold. Please forgive me for that because I had to do this video like today. Yes, you have to consider the buyer, where your suppliers, and another thing you need to do is consider, check if they offer transport. If they do, you can, include the money that they need in that, so that unaweza beba mabati, you come with them, it's cheaper. I'm sorry. Okay, final tips and cost saving ideas. Yes, these are the tips that I'm going to tell you so that you can, excuse me, these are the tips that you need to consider. When buying mabati, just buy them in bulk so that you can get discounts, and maybe they can offer transport for free. Yeah, if possible. You can also use offcuts for other shades. Yeah. Another thing is get multiple quotations. You can get a quotation from this supplier, the next suppliers. You gauge. You see which supply is cheaper, which supply is cheaper, and why they are cheaper. They say cheap is expensive, but sometimes you can see this Mabati and this one, they are all the same, but this company, they are cheaper than this other one. So yeah, when building a house, you trying to reduce expenses as much as you can. Yes, don't buy cheap things, but reduce expense as much as you can. Okay, another thing is always set aside 5 to 10% of your roofing budget for emergencies. Yeah, so always set aside some money for your emergencies. Maybe you approximately like 50 mabatis or 60 mabatis will like to share your house. Then when you start building, you remember you need something else. So you have to include the mabati. And remember, you had just a fixed budget. The budget when building a house shouldn't be that fixed. It's always to have, yes, a fixed budget, but sometimes it's like this. Yeah, you put it fixed, then something else comes up. An emergency comes up. What will you do? You'll still go back to your pocket. And so if maybe you want a house worth, let's say 500,000, ongeza like 200k juu yake, because you don't know what will happen in between. The weather can change, the emergencies can occur. Yeah, I think that's it. And this our Mabati house, it's not yet finished. As you can see, I've been sharing with you videos, and I've seen so many positive feedbacks on the videos that I've been doing. And since it's not yet finished, we used approximately 200,000 k, na bado nyumba haijaisha na iko mbali kuisha, because we need to put, but like I said before, this is just a temporal house. On this, kwa sababu even if we have it, a visitor can sleep here. Ama ni aje? Yeah, so behind me is a wall. You see, ours is not falling like mabatis. Tulianzisha na foundation, then come up with stones, wakafikisha somewhere, somewhere around them. They raised with mabatis. So this house needs a lot. We need a gypsum, we need like so many things, and it's need a lot of money. So lazima sacrifice ikue, yes, but don't give up. If you want to start building your house, if you have already bought the land, endelea. Just have a semi-permanent house you can stay to avoid paying rent, so that rent that you're paying, you can use it on something else. Yes. So guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Make sure you subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this video. I think that's it of this house. If you have any other question that I've not addressed, let me know in the comment section. But so far so good. Thank you so much guys for subscribing, and thank you so much guys for watching. See you in the next.